Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Kevin, I'm a geek. You are watching Kevin the Geek, and today I am kind of splitting up what I normally do towards the start of each month. So I normally combine my monthly plan videos alongside my responding to your comments video, but I'm recording this episode about a week before the end of May, because ultimately, for those of you who may not be aware from some of the things I've said on some of my videos, this coming weekend, which is the bank holiday weekend, is my best friend's wedding, which I'm the best man for, so I've got a whole day lost there. And then next week I am doing a show. I am performing in the musical Oliver. I'm playing Fagin, hence why my beard is so much bushier than it has been for a very long period of time. So literally the day after the wedding, I've got my final rehearsal day. Then the bank holiday Monday, I'm going into the theatre, got to do everything. Then I'm working, and then nightly I am either doing a rehearsal, like a dress rehearsal, or I'm doing the shows. So my next day that I actually get to do any filming will literally be the Sunday, the 2nd of June. So I'm trying to get as many of the videos as I can, at least going into the start of, that then following week, the 3rd, 4th, get them recorded, so that at least gives me a day or so to try and get a few more things recorded. But also in June, I'm going away on holiday, and again, if you're not already aware, I am going to be pausing my videos for the time that I'm away. I did toy with the idea of trying to pre-record stuff so I can still do a daily routine, but I thought, with everything that's happening for the show and my very severe time restrictions, I'd rather not put myself under too much stress, and also I can still make sure I have a couple of things prepared for when I come back, again to give me that little bit of breathing space so that things can resume on a daily basis at that point. And to be fair as well, I have done literally daily videos now for well over a year, so I'm using that as a chance to get a little bit of a break for me, realistically. So it does mean that we're going to be losing some days. We're losing about 10 days worth of videos in June. So we're still getting about 20 videos there or thereabouts. Maybe a couple extra if I do any double ups and things. But yeah, this is just a quick short video to let you know the plans for June, to let you know some of the things that are going to be coming up. And then, of course, within about a week of this video coming out, so realistically by the second weekend of June, by the sort of the 8th and 9th, I should be able to, in theory, manage to get out my obviously reading your comments video, responding to your comments video from the month of May. But as for this month, the first video of which would have come out earlier on today, because this video is coming out on June the 1st, which is a Saturday, 10 o'clock, I released my first ever reaction to Knowing Me, Knowing You with Alan Partridge. So that is going to be out already, so please go and check that out if you haven't yet already seen it. And then for the rest of this month, of course, Still Game is going to be coming back in a couple of different ways. So the very last video of June is when I'm going to be starting Series 7. That'll be the last, rather the first Sunday after I've come back off my holiday. But before then, there will be 2 Still Game related reactions. So tomorrow, I am going to be doing a Children in Need special from 2014, which kind of aired around about the same time as the full live show, which I did the reaction for last month. Again, go back and check that out if you missed it. And this one is apparently a crossover with some other Scottish show I don't know anything about, apparently called River City. So if any of you want to give me any context during tomorrow's reaction, then please do give me some context behind that, and also let me know if you think River City is something I should check out on the channel for my Scottish contingent. Then the next Sunday after that, because I always do my Scottish stuff on a Sunday, it will be the final episode of Series 1 of Ramsay Nesbitt, which is episode 7, which is called Fitba. And then the next Sunday after that, which will be the last one before I go away on holiday. Actually, no, sorry, that one is actually going to change because I go away on the Sunday. So I'm moving the Still Game reaction to the Saturday, so that'll be Saturday the 15th, and that one is the documentary Still Game The Story So Far, which will be a nice way, because apparently it's kind of a bit of a refresher, and it was a way of introducing new fans to the concept of Still Game who may have not seen it from its original run. So yeah, that will be happening on the Saturday rather than the Sunday, so don't get confused with that. And then yeah, on the 30th of June, that'll be when I start Series 7 of Still Game, and that will be back on a weekly basis. Otherwise this month, of course, we are doing Benidorm, and there I'm going to do the first 2 episodes of Series 7, which there's only 2 that I can get out before I go away on my holiday, and that has been mentioned in a few comments that apparently that is a very good pause point. I don't know why, but apparently it's a very good pause point. I will probably find out when I check out the videos. So that will be happening. But then I have also been told that at the end of the 2nd episode, they do what they haven't really ever done in Benidorm before, and they give a bit of a teaser for the next week's the next episode, so episode 3 of Series 7, which I've been told it's best to try and avoid that if I can. So fingers crossed I will be able to avoid that, because apparently that gives big spoilers for the 3rd episode, and so the 3rd episode will be when I come back, which I believe will end up being on the 1st of July if I remember correctly. So that's happening with Benidorm. We've got the Series 1 finale of Goodnight Sweetheart, that's going to be coming out. The British Empire, we've got 3 episodes of that, and we're on the final series now of British Empire, so that'll be the first 3 episodes of that final series. There'll be another episode of The In-Betweeners, which is the 5th episode of the first series. There'll be 2 more reactions, again fingers crossed, of the current series of Doctor Who. There'll be another episode of Not Going Out. If I can, this one is the only one that I would say at this moment in time is a bit of a potential one that may or may not happen, at least in the manner that I am hoping for, because last month I did the Series 3 reactions to Line of Duty. The aim this month, by the end of the month, is to do the 3rd series of Death in Paradise. But that is an 8-episode series, and the fact that I'm going to be away abroad for 10-11 days will heavily restrict that in terms of the editing process for that, so I may or may not get that done. If that doesn't happen, then I may have to release that at the start of July, but the aim is to at the very least record them and then try and see where we go with that. If that doesn't happen, I do have something in the back of my mind that I would like to check out, and that is because I did I don't know, again, I think it might be the Still Game Live episode again. I think there was a comment about this infamous sketch, which I have seen, which is where there's a group of Scotsmen in a voice-activated elevator, and that apparently comes from a sketch show. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, so do forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, but it's Burnistown or Burnistoun, something like that. So I'd like to maybe try and check that out, maybe the first episode of that, and so that will be my backup if I can't do my Death in Paradise video at the end of the month. But if I can't, then I'll at least definitely do that in July. And then 2 new things that have been suggested for me, and one which I'm going to do on the day that I go away on holiday. You might remember I did a similar thing at Christmas. It was a kind of a, I don't know, it was a show called Very British Problems, and I did one, it was called Very British Problems at Christmas, and I found an episode called Very British Problems on Holiday, which I thought was quite apt for me going away on holiday. So I'm going to do that literally the day I go away on holiday. And the other thing that has been a suggested one, again, came from Still Game Live. So many suggestions seem to come from that. That one is going to be the first episode of the show The Real Hustle, because I think that was mentioned in the show, and then people were like, yeah, it's actually a real show, you should definitely check it out. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Anything else that I've missed? No, I think that's it. So I'm just going through my list. So I feel that there's something missing that I've forgotten to mention. Oh, yes, An Idiot Abroad. An Idiot Abroad is the other thing that I have missed off. So currently we have done the first 6 episodes of the first series, and there's 2 episodes left. So episode 7 is where Carl goes to Peru, and then the last episode is an episode called Carl Comes Home, which, from what I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I believe it's basically Carl coming back and talking about his experiences, or maybe he's just doing another travel but somewhere in the UK. I don't know, we'll find out. But I felt that that one would be a very apt one to be the very first video that I do upon my return from my holiday. So yeah, there you go. So that is the plan for this month, and yeah, I'm looking forward to having a bit of a break, and hopefully you guys won't be too disheartened from doing that. You may have noticed I'm not doing a movie reaction this month because I literally just would not have the time to be able to do it. I mean, I struggled enough with the the Lord of the Rings video that I did for the month of May, which ended up being a 2-part video for its release onto YouTube. Honestly, that took me nearly the whole month to try and be able to do the edited version for that. And in with the fact that I was trying to do the Doctor Who condensed reactions, as well. So that took a bit of time every time I did it. So May's been a bit of a stressful month, I'm not going to lie. So yeah, having a sort of 10 days break is going to be good for me and my mindset and everything. So we have got some new stuff coming out, and of course we have got a lot of the old favourites as well. So thank you for stuck with me to this point. Like I said, at some point this week I am going to do my responding to your comments video, which at this moment in time, who knows what day that's going to come up. But the plan for this very first week of June. So like I said, earlier on today, it was Knowing Me, Knowing You with Alan Partridge. Tomorrow it's going to be the Still Game Children Need special. I may add in something else as well, because I understand that's quite a short video. So maybe, undecided as of yet. Again, it will depend on whether I have the time or not. But there might be something later on tomorrow as well as a buffer for that. Monday, of course, it's going to be Benidorm. Tuesday, it will be the Goodnight Sweetheart Series 1 finale, which falls on the anniversary of the end of the Battle of Dunkirk, which I thought was quite a fitting day to put that in. Wednesday is going to be the Doctor Who reaction. This was Series 14, Episode 4, which is called 73 Yards. On Thursday is going to be the episode of An Idiot Abroad. Then Friday, the British Empire. Saturday, it is going to be the episode of The In-Betweeners. And then on Sunday, it is going to be the episode of Rabsy Nesbitt. So there you go. That is the plan for the first week and for the entirety of June. Thank you so very much. Please do always continue to keep giving me suggestions of things that you want me to see, and if I can find the time, I will definitely do it. You know me, I will always try and do stuff that you guys suggest. But that's going to do it for this video right now. So thank you very much. For now, my name is Kevin. I am a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.